Hello and welcome to today's workout. So today we are going to do a banded workout. So you are going to need small bands and longer bands if you've got them available to you. So you can either use long bands like this with handles attached, or if you've got looped bands, these are going to work just as well. So where you've got a full long loop, and obviously if you've got a different resistance in these bands so that you can make certain exercises more challenging, that's great. If not, just use what you have got. And we're also going to use some of these smaller bands, so whether you've got the rubbery versions or these material ones, great. And again, if you've got a selection of these in different difficulties, that's perfect. I've got a light and a medium with me today. So we're going to start with a quick 5-minute warm-up body weight exercises, and then we are going to get into the workout. I'm going to demo and coach you through it, and it should take us around about 40 minutes in total for the full workout. We have got a finisher at the end, which if you feel like is too much for you, or you don't want to do the finisher, you can just skip through that part and head straight for the cool down. But let's try and get all the way through the workout. So we are going to start nice and simple with a little jog on the spot for me, lifting the knees up nice and high, landing nice and soft. I've got my glamorous assistant back with me today, begrudgingly. So let's see if she provides us with some much needed motivation for the workout. So I'm going to do a mixture of cardio exercises and some mobility stuff in the warm-up today. So follow along at your own pace. Lovely stuff. So next we're going to get you to come down onto the floor. We are going to do Superman. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Reaching out, extend, kick the leg back. Just coming in line with your glutes. You don't need to kick out too high. Switching sides each time. Keep it nice and controlled. Lovely. Really focus on keeping your hips pointing down towards the floor all the way through. Last couple of reps here. One more for me. Lovely stuff. Right, back up onto a standing position for me. We are going to do butt kicks. Kicking the heels up to the bum. A little bit of forward lean in the chest. Alternate your leg each time. Try and kick up nice and high. We have got one more exercise in this warm-up. We're going to do one more round. And then we're going to get going. So a good full body workout today, just using bands. Lovely stuff. So coming to the top of your mat, we are going to do reverse lunges. Alternate your leg each time, keeping the chest up proud. So we've got 4 exercises and 2 circuits through in this workout. And then, like I say, I've added a finisher just to finish the workout. Get it? Terrible bit of comedy there for you. Perfect. Okay, we are going to start back at the top of that warm-up, back into that jog on the spot for me. Lifting the knees up, landing nice and soft. This is the second and final time through. And then we're going to get cracking. Get in it. So hopefully, heart rate's up. Feeling a little bit warmer now before we get into the workout. Make sure you grab those bands out so you're ready. We're doing a timed workout today, so 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And it's just as much as you can do in the time that you've got. Lovely. Coming down into those Supermen. Same again, nice and controlled. Don't need to rush these. Take your time alternating. Keeping them controlled. Looking good. Last couple of reps here. Perfect. We're coming back up into those butt kicks. So heels up, nice and high. A little bit of forward lean in the chest. Show you from the back. So one more time through the reverse lunges. And then we're going to get in it. Lovely. To the front of your mat. Lunging back. Chest up proud. Alternate your leg each time. This is the last exercise of the warm-up. Lovely stuff. Okay, great. Relax there for me. So, grab yourself a drink if you want one. The first exercise we're going to do is a banded row, so you need a long band. If you don't have bands available for some of these exercises and you want to switch them out either for a bodyweight exercise or a weighted exercise, you could do as an alternative a plank row as a bodyweight, or you could do a single arm row, bent over row, incline row with dumbbells or kettlebells if you haven't got a band available to you. So I'm going to move this timer over here so I can get set up and then I can set it off. So you are going to come into a seated position, hook the band over either single if you've got enough resistance, or if that isn't strong enough, you can double it over, loop it round, make sure it is right in the centre of your foot or your trainer so you've got really good grip on it, and you're going to row in, keeping the shoulders relaxed down, squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back, keep the elbows in nice and tight, and we're going to do 40 seconds of that row. So we pull this timer over. Oh, can't reach it. Okay, so 40 seconds, then we get 20 seconds recovery, and I'll talk you through the next exercise. So get yourself in position. We're on. So nice and secure before you start pulling in. Shoulders relaxed down. Chest up proud. Try to hunch through the shoulders as you're pulling in. Keep those elbows in line with your ribs. You're driving them back and not pulling them out away from you. Try not to really scoot those elbows out back. Looking good. So again, it's as many reps as you can do with good form. Now you know each of the exercises from the first round through. You can go a little bit quicker in the second. Last couple of seconds here. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, so next you're going to need a small band because we're going to do squats. So I'm going to grab the medium band. It needs to come up and over the knees. Make sure it's not on the knee or below the knee. Bring the feet out so they're in line with the shoulders and the hips. And then we're going to sit into that squat position. Keep driving the knees out against the band. So you're working against that resistance. You're wanting to press the band out each time you sit into that squat position. Lovely stuff. Keeping the weight in the heels. Try not to bring yourself too far forward. I'll come side on so you can have a see what we're looking at from the side. So driving those knees out, sitting the bum back, last 10 seconds. Start to really feel this into my glutes. Now I'm using the band. 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. Okay, band comes off. Next, we're going to do a long band deadlift. So grab your band, long band again. Again, if you have got harder variations, you might be able to use a stronger one for this. So both sides of the band down, standing on it. Nice flat back. We're going to stand tall, squeeze the glutes, and then hinge the hips backwards. So I'll come side on for you. Again, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds recovery. Feet around about shoulder width apart, gripping both sides. Stand up tall, ease yourself down. If that's not hard enough, bring your hands further down the band and hold lower down. That'll give you more resistance to work against. As you stand up tall, just coming in line, in a straight line at the top. Don't hoik your hips through. Just come and stand to a nice tall position. Squeeze your glutes. You're on your last 10 seconds now. Looking good, nearly there. Lovely stuff. So next we're going to do a long band leg press. So use the long band again. Looped over. Again, get it into the centre of the foot. You're going to come lying back, keeping the elbows in next to the floor, bending the legs. You're going to fully extend the legs away and come back in. Again, if you need a little bit of extra resistance, move the hands up so you've got more tension in that band to press away from. So feet are staying together, fully extend those legs out, keep the arms down all the way through, keep them in nice and close to the body. 20 seconds left. So this is the last one of this round, and then we're going to start back at the top. So hopefully now you know all the moves, be a lot quicker to move from one to the next. Last 5 seconds. Nearly there now, guys. Lovely stuff. Okay, so we are back into that banded row. We're going to do this circuit 2 more times through, and then we'll have a little breather. So hooking round the shoes, chest up nice and proud. You got 3 seconds. Let's go. Rowing in, elbows in nice and tight, shoulders down. You can use the breath here. So exhale as you're coming in, inhale as you're coming away. You're exhaling on the most challenging part of the exercise. Looking good. So try and keep the tempo nice and consistent all the way through. If it's getting too much, give yourself a little breather and come back in when you can. Last 5 seconds. Lovely stuff. Right, you need your small band again. We are back into those squats. So don't forget, band up and over the knees for me. So nice, strong starting position. Feet out in line with the hips. Last couple of seconds here. Okay, let's go. So sitting nice and low. Again, go at your own pace. 40 seconds is a long time to work. It's more than 10 or 12 reps, so you're getting a lot of volume during this workout, so you'll be feeling the difference. So just take your time, keep the form really good, feet flat all the way through, driving the knees out against the band. Try not to rush through the movement. You don't want to be bouncing in and out of that squat. You want to give the muscles time to engage, time under tension. Really important when you're doing banded work. 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. So small band off. We have got our deadlift next. So grabbing your long band again. Standing on it. Again, if you need more tension, you can always bring some slack through the middle as well to make it more difficult. Okay, let's go. So gripping on either side, feet shoulder width apart, standing up tall. Hinge those hips back each time. Remember, you're just pulling through into a stacked position at the top. Don't be tempted to pull the hips through. Should be feeling this in the glutes and the hamstrings, the back of the legs. Last 10 seconds, looking good. We've got the leg press next. So coming down onto your back. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, so lying back on your mat, you're looping that band again around the middle of the feet. So you've got plenty of support in that position. Okay, elbows down, keep them into the ground all the way through. You're pressing the band away, out towards the sky, working the legs, working against the resistance of that band. Again, if that's too easy with your hands through the loops, take the hands in closer towards the feet, bring a bit of slack in between your hands, bring the elbows back into the mat, and then press away from there to give you more to work against. Okay, last 10 seconds. Keep going. Drive those legs out. 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, one final round of that circuit. We are starting back with that row. I don't know why I'm getting up. Making it harder work for myself. So, looped back around the middle of the foot again. Sitting up tall. Let's go. So it's your last time through of these 4 exercises. I'm going to give you a little breather and then we are going to mix it up and I'll talk you through the next 4 exercises. So again, if you want to make it more difficult, bring the hands further down the band. Give yourself a little bit more resistance to work against. Chest nice and proud. Make sure you're not seesawing back in and using other muscles. You just want to use the arms and the shoulders to row the band in. 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, so you are into your small band squat. So whatever resistance you're using, just make sure it feels challenging for you, whether it's your light, medium or heavy band, doesn't matter. I know the plasticky ones, the rubbery ones are more tricky to get on. Let's go. But again, I just want you to work at your own tempo through this session. Do what feels good for you. Try not to rush the exercises too much. Like I say, time and attention is really essential for getting the best out of these banded workouts. So you should be feeling the burn now in those glutes. Coming into your last 10 seconds, this is your final round of these. Last 5. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, next we're into our deadlift. So once we've done these 2 exercises, I'm going to give you a little bit of recovery and then I will talk you through the start of the next circuit. So feet shoulder width apart, make sure that band feels nice and even on either side. Let's go. Really hinge the hips back. In that position, keeping your back nice and flat. Roll the shoulders back, keeping your gaze down towards the floor so you're not straining the neck up, which is really common in the deadlift. We don't need, it's just extra strain on the neck. I know it's tempting to look at your position, but we want to keep a nice neutral spine all the way through. You're nearly there now, guys. Last 5 seconds. Lovely stuff. Okay, we are into that leg press. This is your final exercise of this circuit. And then we're going to have a breather. Time to grab a drink. And then I'll talk you through the next round. Right, last couple of seconds here. Get yourself in position. Elbows in nice and tight. Keep them down on the mat. Press that band away. So drive the legs out straight. Kick it away from you. Keep the hands in as close as you can. Try not to let them move. If you're not getting enough resistance, remember, shorten that band. Make it harder for yourself. Kick them out. Really feel this in my quads. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, I'm going to hit pause. Grab yourself a drink. Now's the time to get a little bit of recovery in. Although it might not feel like your heart rate's getting up particularly high during this session, you're going to really feel that intense work in the muscles. So make sure you have a little bit of hydration on standby, a little bit of rest and recovery in between. So the next circuit, we're going to do the same again, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. In this one, you have got an exercise that works either leg individually. So we're going to do it technically twice through. And then we are going to go into our finisher. So use this time wisely. If you're not yet properly recovered and you need a little bit more time, then pause the video and then join back in. Next, we're going to do a banded kickback using your long band. So you are going to hook the band around the middle of this back foot, just one of the feet, because you're going to do one leg at a time. Hooking the thumbs under or the hands under, you're going to pop those down in front and you're going to kick the leg back and away from you. all the way through, really focus on your hips staying nice and flat towards the ground. Make sure that you're not twisting up and kicking away. You want to keep the hips facing down all the way through. So we are going to do 40 seconds on one side and then 40 seconds on the other. So I'm going to count this timer down. So best way to get yourself set up, loop it through the middle of the foot first, then put the thumbs and the hands through and bring it out in front, and you want the hands to be underneath the chest. So last couple of seconds here. Let's go. So you've got 40 seconds on either side. Again, if this feels like it's not hard enough, pull the bands that you've got more tightness underneath the hands, and then by default, you've got more resistance to work against. If you're feeling really unstable, bring the other knee, stabilizing knee out a little bit wider to give you a bit of a stronger position. Sometimes when you start with the knees too close together, it feels quite imbalanced. And remember, focus on trying to keep those hips facing down towards the floor all the way through. Last 5 seconds. Lovely stuff. Okay, so little breather for 20 seconds, and then we are switching legs. So same again, just going to do it on the opposite leg. So hoop it, loop it around the foot, bring those hands out in front, and same again. So kicking that leg back, but keeping the hips facing down towards the floor. And again, if it's not hard enough, just create a little bit more tension by giving yourself a bit more slack in between the hands, so that when you kick back, you feel like you're getting really good purchase on the band, good resistance to work against. And if you're feeling unstable, bring the knees out a little bit wider, so you give yourself a bit more space to work through these. Last 5 seconds. Lovely stuff. Okay, 20 seconds recovery. Next, I'm going to recommend that you use a light, small band for this exercise. We are going to do side steps. So you're going to switch each time. The band needs to come around your shins, so underneath the knee. We are going to tap out and switch. So switching sides each time. Okay, 40 seconds. Tapping that toe out. These start to really burn the outsides of your legs into your glutes. Really good for toning up those muscles. I also really feel these in the calves. So a little tap out, switching sides each time, looking good. Last 10 seconds. So if your band is moving around the place, just make sure it's under the knee, but it's kind of halfway up the shin and stays in position. These fabric bands stay a little bit better than the rubber ones. They tend to roll up a little bit. So lovely, 20 seconds, power through if you've got those. Next, you need your long band. We are going to do a seated face pull. So looping the band round singly round the feet, again round the middle, make sure it's nice and secure, and you're going to pull high and wide. So thumbs in towards your face. You're bringing the elbows up in line with the shoulders. A little bit of lean back like we had in the row, and you're going to pull, squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back, and really control that phase back into the feet as well. Don't rush and think that you're just working on the pull out phase. You're also working the muscles as you bring the hands back into a flat position. So high and wide. Again, make sure you've got plenty of tension. If it doesn't feel hard enough, the closer you take your hands in towards your feet and the less you've got on the band, the more resistance you're going to create for the exercise. Last couple of seconds here. Lovely stuff. Next, you're going to need a small band. I'm going to go back to the medium because we are going to do banded glute bridges. And I feel like the light might be a little bit too light in terms of resistance. So band up and over the knees for me. Coming back into a lying position. Make sure your feet are underneath your knees. We're going to drive up, squeeze the glutes, press the band out, and then relax yourself down. So driving up, pressing out against that band, keeping the feet flat all the way through. Get the hips up as high as you can. Drive them up, squeeze your glutes to the top. And engage through those glutes.
Keeping the hands flat on the floor. Squeeze and hold at the top. Take your time with these, don't rush through the movement. Get better glute engagement if you're holding that top position for a couple of seconds before you ease down. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, that is the full circuit. So we are back into that kickback, long band kickback. So get yourself set up. Remember, you are looping the band around the middle of your shoe or your foot to make sure you've got good purchase. Hands are out in front and you are kicking straight back. Keeping the hips facing down towards the floor all the way through. Really extend the leg out. Again, if it's not hard enough, you need to create more tension on the band to give yourself more to work against. And if you have got different variations in terms of resistance with the bands, play around with what feels best, what you get the best engagement with. Last 10 seconds, really feeling this into the glute now. 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. So 20 seconds, then remember we're going to switch to the other foot. So try and get yourself unhooked and then hook yourself back in. That's probably one of the easiest ways to do it, by the way. Bring the foot forward, loop it under through the middle, and then take it back whilst you've got a bit of tension on there. So get yourself set up. 40 seconds again on this side. Try and keep the hips facing down towards the floor all the way through if you can. Nice and controlled. See my legs not going crazy up towards the sky. You just want to kick it back away from the body. And again, more tension makes it harder. So pull a bit more tightness on that band. You're going to get a bit of extra resistance to work against. Last 10 seconds, final push. Lovely stuff. So grab your light band. We are back into those little toe taps out to the side, working the outsides of the legs. So under the knees, round the shins, little taps out. Last couple of seconds here. Okay, let's go. So as far as you can with that step on each side. Really point the toes. Keeping the majority of the weight in that standing leg as you shift from one side to the next. But the further you extend that stride length out, the more you're going to feel that working into the glute and the outsides of your legs. Last 10 seconds now. Next, we are into those face pulls. Lovely stuff. Okay, little band comes off. Easier said than done with these things. So back into that seated position. Single loop around the feet for the face pull. And again, make sure it's around the centre of the foot. So you've got really nice purchase on there before you start pulling. You don't want it to ping off. Feet are around about hip width, shoulder width apart. So you've got a little bit of space in between. Shoulders relaxed down, pulling high and wide. Thumbs are on the inside as they come in towards you. So you can always touch the sides of your face into your ears with your thumb each time you come up. Make sure you're getting full range. And again, really control that downward phase. Don't just let the band kind of ping itself back. You want to use your time under tension with the band each time. Lovely stuff. Okay, grab your, if you've got one, slightly more resistant band for your glute bridges. So up and over the knees. Get yourself in position. So feet underneath the knees, nice flat back. Driving the knees up. Squeeze your glutes to the top. Press the band out. Lift it up nice and high. Try and keep the feet flat all the way through. Try not to let yourself rock over on the feet or use the feet to leverage to try and drive the knees out. Squeeze and hold at the top. Really squeeze through your glutes. Feel the burn. So you got one more round through of this circuit, then we'll have a little breather, and then it's finisher time. So as I say, you might not feel like you've got your heart rate up massively during this session, but you will definitely feel good. Well done. The muscle burn, for sure. Absolutely for sure. Again, if you need more recovery time, pause in between. We are into our banded kickback next. Yeah, you can always stop and start as and when you need to. Hands out in front, kicking that band back. If it hurts the hands or hurts the thumbs, try and get a flat palm on the band. That feels a lot more comfortable than hooking it around the thumb, if you're finding that quite uncomfortable. Hips facing down, extending that leg back. Final round through, and then it's finisher time. And we've got a cool out at the end. Everyone's favourite bit. Last 10 seconds, final push, guys. Keep going. Lovely stuff, well done. Right, we are switching sides. I swear there is just no easy way to transition between these two sides. This is about the best I've come up with in the time that I've been doing it. So 5 seconds left. Just going to show you how versatile these bands are and how many different things you can do with them. Let's go. So if you have them at home and you think, oh, don't really ever use them, or I don't know what to use them for, we've done a range of moves today. Pushes, pulls. Really good full body workout. Great for working the muscles. Really low impact. Cheap to have, easy to store, but great to add into your sessions. Right, final 10 seconds. I'm going to add a little bit of extra resistance on here now. Last push. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, grab your light, small band. We've got those side toe taps. Remember, around the shins, under the knees. So last time round of these. Let's go. Tapping out, really extend that leg out on either side. Switching sides each time. I'll show you side on. Really tapping out. As much space as you can between. Final push. Just shows how much volume you can get done in 40 seconds as well, doesn't it? Last 10 seconds. You've got 2 exercises left. And then the banded work is done. Lovely stuff. Okay, let's take this off. You are into your face pulls next, so long band. Remember, get that really secure around the middle of the shoe to make sure that you don't ping it off, hit yourself in the face with it. Feet wide, thumbs facing in towards you, pulling high and wide. Shoulders relaxed down, chest up proud. Really control both ends of this move. You make it more challenging by making a smaller band for you to pull against. Try and work all the way through the 40 seconds. Last 10. Three, 2, 1. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, last move of the banded exercises. We are doing that glute bridge. So just chuck that to one side. You want to pop this up and over the knees again. Make sure your feet are underneath the knees. Get yourself into that strong starting position. Driving up. If you're feeling this in other areas or it doesn't feel right, it might be because your feet are too far out or they're too close in. So play around with that foot position. Everyone's is slightly different. Driving that band out. Lifting the knees up. Squeeze through the glutes. Final time through of this. Goodness me, feeling the burn now. So we're going to have a little breather after this, and we've got a finisher. We're going to do 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, one time through, and then we're going to do the cool down. Lovely stuff, well done. Okay, I'm going to pause the timer there. So grab yourself a drink, a little breather now, and then I will talk you through the finisher. Have a drink myself. So I'm going to change the timer because we want 30 seconds of work and then 30 seconds of recovery. So like I say, we're going to do each of these exercises once through. If this feels like it's too much for you, then fast forward to the cool down and skip this bit out. So let me save. There we go. So in the finisher, we are going to do some squatting, a little bit of jumping, some lunges and some mountain climbers. So if instantly you hear those and you think, can't do them, or for any reason there's a barrier for you doing those, then now's your chance to fast forward, hit pause, and go straight into the cool down. But if not, let's power through this finisher together, one round through. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds recovery. So your equal work to rest ratio, which is nice for a finisher. And only one time through, which, you know, is music to my ears. So final little opportunity for catching your breath and grabbing a drink. Let's do as much as we can in the time that we've got. Really push yourself. Finishes are all about going hell for leather and then recovering at the end. So we are starting with squats. So I'm going to set the timer off. I'm going to pop this up here. Now I don't need it for the banded exercises. So we can come into a nice wide squat stance, whatever feels good for you. Sit into that squat position. If squats is too easy for you and you want to really jazz it up, come into a squat, jump, land nice and soft, sit the bum back. But work to whatever feels good for you. So starting with squats, this is the finisher. One time through, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Let's go. So sit nice and deep. It's as many reps as you can in the time that you've got. Keep your form nice and safe. Even if you go for 20 seconds and 30 seconds in normal squats, and then you want to do the last 10 seconds of squat jumps, do that. Amazing. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Last 10 seconds, let's go. So landing nice and soft. Really project yourself up into the air. Last couple of seconds. Yes, lovely. Right, 30 seconds, shake the legs off. So next, we are going to do a jump shuffle. So jumping forward, land nice and soft, and then you're going to run the legs back. Jump forward again, repeat. So again, as many times as you can with good form. If it's too much, slow it down. Walk the legs back rather than shuffling back. If not, try and go the full 30 seconds. This is all about getting the heart rate up, last little push at the end of the workout. So jump forward, landing both feet at the same time, coming down into that squat position, and then you are running fast feet back to that starting position. So work to your own ability. Don't worry about how fast you go. Use whatever space you've got. Last little push. Last one. Lovely stuff. Okay, so next we're going to do a reverse lunge into a front kick. So alternating your leg each time. You are going to lunge back and then kick front. Switch and kick front. So if that's too much, just come into reverse lunges and alternate your leg each time. As much as you can do in the 30 seconds. Last 5 seconds. We've got one more exercise after this. Okay, let's go. So lunge it back, kick the leg out front, switch each time. Lovely. So again, you're working to your capabilities. Going as fast as feels good for you. Want these to look good, feel safe, feel nice and controlled. Make sure you're squeezing through those abs to keep you stabilised. Oh, the legs are burning now. Lovely stuff. Okay, your next and final move of the finisher is mountain climbers. If you can see, My very lazy dog, she's not giving me energy vibes, is she? But never mind. So, whilst you enjoy a very sleepy upside down dog, slow mountain climbers, hands underneath the shoulders, and you're going to lift the knee in, exhale, alternate each time. Keep it slow and controlled for me for 30 seconds. Let's go. So nice and steady. This is great for working the core when you slow it down. Make sure those hands are right underneath the shoulders and you lift the knee up as high as you can each time. Back nice and flat, hips facing down. Last 10 seconds, final push. This is your last move of the workout. Just try and get all the way through. 3, 2, 1. Yes, lovely stuff. Well done. Amazing. Okay, I'm going to hit stop on the timer. Whew, goodness me. Right, we don't need you anymore, evil timer of doom. So, grab yourself a drink. Now's your time to catch your breath. We're going to cool down. Oh, goodness me. That was a hot one. So, a really good, versatile workout. Great for if you're away from home and you haven't got access to weights, or you haven't got loads of space, but you have got bands that you can pack. You know, super lightweight, really versatile bits of kit. Great if you've got them, and great for a really good quality resistance workout, because I definitely felt the burn. So, if you're not ready yet, hit pause, come back in when you are, but we are going to start with your hip flex stretch. Knee down, leg out in front for me, leaning forward into that front leg, keeping the chest up proud. From there, lift the arms up and overhead for me and just hold in that position. If that's too much, just keep the hands down on top of the leg for me. Take some nice deep breaths. Really use this time to bring the heart rate down. Lovely, right, we're going to switch sides. So the leg comes forward, starting with the hands down. Good, lift those arms up. Perfect, okay, so we are going to come into that tabletop position. We're going to do cat and cow. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We'll start by arching up towards the sky, bringing the chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone under. And relax down, lift the head and neck up. Good, lifting up for me. And relax down. Let's do one more here. Lift up nice and high. And relax down. Good. From there, extend the leg back behind you. Heel down towards the floor. We're stretching out the calf. My dog actually looks broken in the background, doesn't she? Like a kebab. Unbelievable. It's supposed to be the most energetic breed you can get. I beg to differ. Let's switch sides. This is your last stretch. Nearly there. Final push. Definitely the best bit, the cool down. Lovely stuff. Right, relax there for me. Amazing. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me and doing this banded workout. Like I say, super versatile and you can do it anywhere. All you need is one long band and one small band and you are good to go. But thanks for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye.